Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick just a little talk about the mouse guns from Beretta. Really a big fan of these things. I like them a lot. Some really good things about them that I like, and there's some drawbacks to them too. But I just thought I'd show you my little bit of stuff here. So this one is the 950 BS in 25. It's called the Jetfire. This is the 21A in 22 long rifle, and that one's called the Bobcat, I believe. Yeah, and then this one's the 30-32 in 32 ACP. This one's called the Tomcat. So you've got the Jetfire, the Bobcat, and the Tomcat. One of the great things about these guns is the small size and lightweight. For a little self-defense gun, I think they're great. A lot of people will tell you, oh, 25. You better not shoot anybody with a 25. I think Cooper said something like that. I've talked about it before. Better not shoot anybody with a 25. They'll get mad. They may find out you shot them with it, and they might get mad and they might beat you to death. And that's funny, haha. I don't believe that. I don't know anybody who's willing to stand in front of that caliber and take a round to prove that that's the truth. None of them are. 25, I'll get the job done if you'll do your part. I think 22 is every bit as good as the 25. And the thing is back in the day, 25 came out because centerfire was a lot more reliable than rimfire cartridges, and that's still true to a certain extent. But when you buy good ammo like mini mags, CCI mini mags, or I use the Winchester, it's called M22. It's basically Super X with a black coating, but it's still Super X. So this stuff is that's what's in here. This stuff is 1,300 feet per second on a 40 grain bullet. Pretty good. Again, you're not going to see anybody willing to stand in front of that and take a round. It's just not going to happen. They might talk a big game. Oh, you better not shoot anybody with that 22. But, you know, the truth of the matter is, there ain't nobody going to stand in front of it. Now, I have picked up the 32 recently, and I really like this little round. It's a decent self-defense round. Guys tell you have to have 45, whatever. Here's the thing. Any one of these rounds, any one of them, if you shoot somebody in the nose, there is nothing solid behind your nose. There's a piece of cartilage in there that holds it open so that you can breathe, and behind that is nothing but soft material and brain mass. And if you are looking eye to eye with somebody, and you level that pistol off and you shoot them square in the nose, right on the tip of their nose, that is going to go straight back into the center of the brain, and it's going to turn everything off. That's a fact. And that doesn't matter if it's the lowly 25, a little 22, or even a 32 ACP. It doesn't matter if it's 45. It doesn't matter if you shoot them with a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. If you shoot them on the tip of the nose, you're going to turn them off. They're going to stop. So, question is, how many of these guys that go, oh, if you shoot somebody with a 25, you know, they might get mad. How many of them can put all the rounds in the magazine on the tip of somebody's nose rapid fire. A lot of guys can't do that. And you're talking to me, you're talking to somebody who's at the range 3-4 times a month. I watch these guys shoot. They can't hit a man-sized steel plate at 20 yards. So that's a fact, Jack. My suggestion to you is get the largest caliber, the biggest gun that you can comfortably conceal, that you can comfortably carry, that you will carry, and that you can comfortably shoot. Because production is more important than all the flashy equipment in the world. It doesn't hurt to have pretty equipment either. I kind of like these. I think they're good looking guns. One of the things that's really hot and popular right now is like the Glock 46X or the Glock 19X. I don't know if I've got the number right. I got 3 numbers on Glock. 3 numbers on Glock. The 26, the 19, and the 17. Everything else is garbage. I have no interest in it whatsoever. I had a 20 and 10 millimeter, good gun, whatever. Everything 9mm is fine. I don't need to know the other numbers. I don't care about them. But the 19X and the little new, I think it's a 46X. The little X, what it is, it's got a really short slide and a really long grip. Kind of like that. And that's really popular and cool now. So all you fanboys of Glock that are geeking out on those, you ought to enjoy these. Anyway, really like these guns. They're super simple to operate. If you're shooting, that's one thing about them. The sights are kind of bad, but if you're shooting, bang, 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 bang. I'm not gonna put my finger on the trigger, even though I know it's not loaded. It's not loaded. You're shooting, it goes from double to single. This one also goes from double to single when you're shooting, and you can see the sights on that are terrible. So when you pull the first trigger pull, you pull the trigger all the way back, right? And it cocks the hammer for you and then drops it. Every shot after that is going to be like this. It's going to be single action. So you go from, now I'm pointing downrange, you go from the double action trigger pull, the gun cycles, right? Now you're single action trigger pull. And the single action trigger pull on these two guns is just sweet. This one's single now, bang like that. So when you pull the trigger the first time, it's going to be bang. The gun's going to cycle, and then you're going to be double or single action trigger pull. Excuse me. Boop. So these guns are really easy to shoot, and part of that is there's no recoil. This one is a little bit different. This one, you can't do that. You have to cock the gun. So if I'm carrying this, the way I carry it is I load the magazine, I put it in. And all 3 of these, you can do this. You tip the barrel, you put a round in. Now you've got a full magazine, and you've got a round in the chamber. Now what I do with this, instead of engaging the safety on a fully cocked hammer, I bring the hammer off of the firing pin so that it's not riding on that primer, okay? Now, when I pull it out, my safety is pull the gun out, cock it, right? That's how I do this one. Single action. That's how I do it. Your mileage may vary. Do what you think is right. If you want to carry in condition 1 and then try to manipulate that little safety, I mean, it's doable, but it's tough. To me, having that hammer on the first stage of the cock, I cannot shoot that gun. It cannot go off. Pulling it out, that is a lot easier to manipulate. Now, when you're shooting these, I'm going to go with this one. Bang, 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 bang. There is no slide block, okay? So you're going to go click. You got to train yourself to do that. You got to know that that's what's going to happen. So what you're going to do is you're just going to roll over like this, and there is your magazine release. You're gonna two-hand it. You can one-hand it, but honestly, you're you're going to two-hand it, catch that magazine, stow it in a pocket or something, or let it drop. Whatever you feel you want to do, let it drop, but just push that button, let that magazine drop, and then you're going for the other one. Now that's going to slow you down a bit, to be honest. Now that gun's loaded. That's going to slow you down a little bit. On the bigger, more modern guns, you're going to be able to drop the magazine while you're reaching for the other one, and as it's falling out, you're going to be sticking the other one in, and then whatever you do, you know. So that's a drawback. Another drawback is tiny little sights. Sorry about that. Another drawback is the tiny little sights. They are kind of hard to see, but at the distances that these guns are made for, you don't really need to be doing that anyway. The other problem that you're going to run into is there's no extractor. So there is nothing on this to pull the bullet out should it get stuck. What you're going to do, and this is how I do it, you're going to click it and then grab it, right? And then you're going to pull out your pocket knife and you're going to flick that out, if that's what you got to do. Now, you can do any number of things. You can go in like this. I'm trying to do that through the lens, like that, and pry that out. You can do it from the top down or from here. This works, okay? Another thing that you can do is carry like a small brass rod around with you. And when you do that, the thing does, don't even bother doing that. You're just gonna go like this. You're gonna brass rod it. You're gonna put that back. You can use a brass rod, a chopstick, whatever the heck you want. But there's no extractor on these, so if a round gets stuck in the chamber, you're going to have to figure that out beforehand. And practice it, whatever it is you do. So anyway, let's go to the target. I'm going to shoot it, show you a little bit of accuracy on these. We'll do all three. And then what I'd like to do is have you step back and watch. Actually, let's do that first, and then we can go try some accuracy. So I think I forgot to hit record. So the magazine on the little Jetfire holds 8 rounds. And you put 8. Oh, there you go. You can put 8 in the magazine. And you're going to put a round in the chamber. Now, before I close that down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that hammer down, and like I say, the way I like to carry this is one click back. I don't want that hammer riding on that firing pin. So now I'm going to close that. This gun can't go off like that. There's a safety on this, like I said. Good luck manipulating that. That thing is tough. I leave it off. The hammer's the safety for me. So I just spent 9 rounds in here. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is remove that. You can kind of see what I did. And I'm going to shoot Mr. Bad Guy here kind of in the face. And I'm going to do it from 3 paces. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. So here we go. From low ready, I'm going to bring the gun up, I'm going to cock it, and I'm going to fire 3 rounds rapid fire. So. Again, single fire, 3 more rounds. That's all 9. So there's the gun empty. It's easy to verify that it's empty. You like that? It's easy to verify that it's empty. Magazine out, gun's done. Let's take you over here and show you what happened. So this is where we're at. That's my 3 groups. First group was a little high. This group is, I think, this one and these 2. And then that's already there, obviously. Anyway, that's the thing. If you can control the gun It's way more important than a large caliber. I like large calibers, don't get me wrong. Large calibers are fun. They're better if you can do it. Oh, I messed it up. You're not even looking at the target. I'm trying to get it where you're looking at the target with me. Okay. I thought the target was in. Alright, well, here we go. So again, super easy recoil management. This one's the 22. And you'll see that these aren't a lot different. This one is better to me than the 25. And I'll tell you why. I got these giant fat palms, and I'm going to point this at you because I don't want to point it at me. The grip on the 22 is just so much more manageable for the bear paws. So, yeah, I dropped that in my pocket. So I am not going to drop one in the chamber, although you can. Take it out of the magazine. We're going to drop it in the chamber. What I'm going to do this time, just in the interest of saving time, is just do a mag dump. I'm going to shoot all of the rounds in the gun as fast as I can into this guy's face. Again, you don't have to shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the solar plexus. If you punch him there and it knocks the wind out of him, what do you think getting pierced with a bullet there is going to do? Start in their lower gut and work your way up. Just keep shooting, right? Shoot him in the crotch. That's a Clint Smith quote. So again, this one is not single action. I do not use the safety. The safety on this is freaking tiny. It is bigger than the other one though, so you can pick it up and snick it off pretty easy. But what I do is I just leave this cocked, and I have the holster that I use for the 32. Also fits this gun, right? So it's in a holster. You're not going to pull the trigger on accident. None of that's going on, and that's just cocked right there. So I'm just going to bring it up. Now this one's a little different. We're not going to cock the hammer. We're not going to cock the hammer. I'm just going to come up and start shooting. So here we go. And empty. Show you guys where this one. Oops. That's down here. That's everything right there in the face. So again, big calibers are awesome. You want to kill something big, big calibers are great. Get a big caliber, but these little calibers are a lot more manageable. Let me get the 32 ready and I'll be right back. Okay, so the 32 is a little more serious cartridge, along with the 25. There you go. Along with the 25, developed by Browning, John Moses Browning. God rest his soul. So what you have, I'm going to do this really quickly because I want to, there's some pictures. While I'm talking, here's some pictures of the targets before, and then after we're done shooting, I'll put those pictures up again after. I'm going to shoot at the man-sized target. So I put my round in the chamber. Magazine in, safety off. I do not leave the firing pin on the hammer on the firing pin. I just bring it back one click. Click. That's a little better. So now we're locked and ready to go. Now on this gun you'll notice that the safety is easily manipulated, unlike the other two. So when you bring the gun up, right, you're just going to bring it up, you're going to bring your thumb down like that, okay, and then you're ready to go, double action. All right, so here we go. Safety on, hammer back just a touch. That does make that double action trigger pull just a little easier to pull off. So what I'm going to do is I've got 7 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, 8 total, okay. I'm going to do 3 rapid fire, maybe 2 rapid fire. Then I'm going to change the magazine. Now I know that's only 5 rounds out of the ones I have available, but I'm going to go ahead and do a mag swap. And then this target was the second one you saw. I'm going to go ahead and do a complete magnum in that red spot. And I'm doing all of this from 1, 2, 3 paces. Okay? So here we go. Go ready. Oh, where's my magazine? Yep, good. Okay, low ready. I drop that. Okay, empty gun. Now, like I said, that's kind of silly. I got 2 rounds left in there. We'll get to that in a minute. But here's your pictures. I said here's the pictures, and I'll edit that out. If I don't, I'm going to say what I did. I showed the pictures before and then after on the second one, so you can see the changes. Here's the deal. If you can shoot a 45 in a full-size frame and carry it comfortably all day long, that's awesome. Good for you. I have a really good holster for my 1911. Maybe? Can we focus there? I'm right here. Check this out. Good Lord. I have a great holster for my full-size 1911. I can carry it inside the waistband. I have a really good outside the waistband holster. I can't carry that gun in the summertime and not print. Okay. I carry a Glock 26 in the 3 o'clock position. It's got the clip draw, and I carry it Israeli. It's the only gun I carry without a round in the chamber because the trigger's exposed. Now I got a cool new gadget that slips over the trigger guard. It's Kydex. It loops around your belt, all that. I have not trained with that at all. I can't say, oh, I will do this, because I don't know what I'll do. I haven't used it. I have the thing. Eventually I want to train with it. Eventually I want to train with it and learn to use that gun that way, but in the meantime I have trained to carry Israeli, and this is the big point that I'm going to make, guys, and then I'm going to get on up and get a hot dog. They got a class coming down to use this particular range here in a little bit, so I need to get out of the way anyway. But whatever you carry, you need to train with it. You need to come to the range at least once a month. You need to put at least 50 rounds through that gun. That's a bare minimum, and that's a crappy bare minimum, guys. My understanding is, and I'm speaking from experience, after the last president got elected in America, we went through an ammo drought. There were no ammo available, and I went through about 6 months where I didn't have any ammo to come out and train with my go-to gun. And when I came back, I was really rusty. I've picked up the Beretta again, the full-size 9mm, the 92 Vertec, and I'm having to retrain myself. But even shooting the older, the 92 FS with the standard grip, I haven't shot that gun in a few years, a lot of years, and I'm not that great with it anymore. So it's a perishable skill. It's something that you need to do on a regular. You need to do it a lot. And man, I'll tell you, whatever caliber you decide to go with, you need to be able to manage it. And I would suggest starting small and working your way up. There is no substitute for good shot placement. It is the most important thing. I ran the little Tomcat in a competition a while back. If I can find the numbers, I'll put them up here for you. The thing is the group that's always in the lead was in the lead, and there were several seconds far and away, and way less mistakes far and away from the whole rest of the group. Those 5 or 8 people, okay? And then with that little 32, there's John 10 seconds faster than the next fastest guy. Yeah, he was upset about that too. talking to you, brother. Anyway, the thing is I'm not that good. I'm not that good. That little gun made it super easy. Shot placement and being able to do rapid succession of shot placement. You're shooting a bad guy. Now, I'm not talking about shooting armor-plated bad guys that are stacked up down your hallway coming into your bedroom. That 32 ain't gonna get it. 12 gauge is gonna get that. But for self-defense, and this is the key. This is the key. Your job is not to stop that guy and apprehend him. Your job is to stop the contact. He's bothering you. You need him to go away. You pull it out. You put good shot placement on target. Okay? I get what's going on now. It's the clouds. Oh my goodness. This might help. Let's see if that helps. Anyway, yeah, the whole goal for you as a civilian defensive shooter is to break contact. You got to get these guys to stop doing whatever it is they're doing. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I don't want to hurt them, but I need them to stop doing what they're doing. They have threatened me in a way that makes me afraid for my life. It's the only reason I'm bringing a gun into play. I need them to stop doing that. That's it. I need them to stop doing that. Rapid, successive shot placement in the good zone, okay, is the most important thing. Big giant magic bullets don't get it done. Good shot placement does. Highly recommend you get a gun that is ergonomic and easy to use. Okay, highly recommend that. Get it, train with it. Whatever the foibles are of the gun, it doesn't have an extractor, the barrel tips up for the first round loading, the magazine thing is here, okay? Whatever the foibles are of that gun, whatever the benefits are, you need to learn to work around them and train with them so that everything to this is second nature. If you're changing from this gun to another gun, you probably ought to double your training regimen. Step it up till you get used to it. Not comfortable, used to it. Everything needs to be second nature. How you handle this firearm, right-handed, left-handed, two-handed, all the manipulations that can happen with the gun, you need to be up to speed on it. And don't drop it. You need to get up to speed on it. So anyway, that's my tip barrel mouse gun Beretta video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got something useful out of it. I had a lot of fun coming out here and doing this. I really had a lot of fun riding today. There's some gnarly spots in the road with the rain, the dirt gets on the road. It's exciting. Guys, have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one.